Oh yeah, boys and girls. It is I should try and figure something out, like how to start my videos. I know it's gonna be hello y'all boys and girls, just to address you guys. But what should I say about myself to say that I'm back? I think probably start with some type of high energy, and then address y'all. Say, it's me. You know, if you're here on the video and you're actually here to watch me, you know why you're here. Anyway, kind of weird, long intro just to get down. I'm still getting used to this, but eventually we'll have it down. Anyways, I just posted the first video, and it has me thinking, just that only be the beginning, and I have a long way to go, and you can easily tell just from how this video is going. It's a learning process, and that kind of brings me to the topic I kind of wanted to talk about today, and that is taking the time to find yourself. Now, if you guys could get any idea of my channel, it really is like I've tried to project me and what I'm going through and what I'm learning on my personal self-development journey, and that has been the big thing for me recently, which is taking the time to learn yourself, to truly know who you are and what you want to do and why you feel like you are here on this earth. Now, like I believe I've said, I've thought about starting this channel or documenting my journey for a long time, but I felt like the number one thing that held me back from actually doing that was being so focused on so many externals, whether that be my family, my friends, what other people are doing, because given a little background on my situation and kind of where I come from, just coming out of high school, I'm 18, everybody going to college, and at first I thought that's what I wanted to do, but then I took a step back and kind of realized my position in my situation and realized that may not be what I want to do. And just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean that I necessarily have to. I can do it if it's truly what I want to do, but I, at that point in my life, didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I did decide to wait it out and actually find myself and figure out what I want to do, where I want to be headed in my life, and where I would want to see my future to be. And even that wasn't easy, because especially in today's life, and just there's so many different avenues you can get sidetracked and stuck on. It's hard, but I don't even want to say it's hard. It can be difficult to come back to yourself and truly figure out what you want. So, I don't really feel like I'm in the position to tell other people what they can do to overcome stuff like that. All I can do is offer my experience, and with my experience, all it really took for me, and I'm not saying that shit like I'm done or like I've perfected it or found the way, but just simply taking a step back and not being so concerned on those external things. I'm just gonna use a word as simple and vague as things, because it could really be anything. Yeah. And I feel like be afraid to do that, because at the end of the day, it's really all you have is yourself. And you hear a lot of people say, when your life is over and you're on that deathbed, I mean, you could have people around you, but when you're going through the process of leaving this realm and transcending to whatever the new one is, whatever anyone believes, I'm not here to project beliefs on anyone, but all you have is who you are, what you stood for in this lifetime, and any accomplishments you've made. And that's what should matter. Should matter now, not those external things. Let's go back to that word, because it can be anything. Like, see, bro, in these pauses, I'm still learning. I'm still working myself. So, I'm gonna keep these videos raw and uncut and kind of just work through it to show my process and to show that, it's really about the journey. Because as I keep going, these videos will get better. I won't get as sidetracked because, now I'm trying to figure out what I was talking about in the beginning that led me on this tangent. Let me take a sip of water and I'll probably remember. The importance of finding yourself. I really can't stress it enough, because to me and where I'm at in my journey is kind of just common sense. But at the same time, speaking about it being a journey, I will go and say my flaws, and hopefully if anyone can relate, hopefully it helps them out. But my background, and kind of when I was just a couple years younger, I really started to develop with this gap year I've been taking, just staying in my mom's crib, my brother right next to me, and just really having nothing but myself, because all my friends are on their ventures. But back in high school, I really was the type of person who was super wrapped up in my group and my friends. Not saying that was a bad thing, but I never put a lot of focus on myself and who I was. I really let what surrounded me define me, whether that be sports, the classes I was in, the type of friends I had around, the things that we would do. I would let that define me. And not saying that was like all not true or not any part of me, but I couldn't really see exactly why it was me. But until I actually took a step back and took some time to myself to enjoy those things for myself, not just because I was with other people or I knew those other people enjoyed it too, I was able to, find fulfillment in those things personally. And now I can do them whether my friends are there or not, or whether my friends still like those type of things or not. Because I am getting closer to myself, and that is the whole point of this video. Because at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter what anyone else thinks, because they don't directly define or impact or influence my life, just like the Stoics. And I have been reading this book, The Daily Stoic. It has kind of like a philosophical quote for every single day. I've been reading that think this is my second year reading it. But the whole reason I brought up the Stoics is because their main philosophy surrounds the fact that you, at the end of the day, have control of your mind, and that is what really defines or projects your reality. So, you can have all of these influences, and like in my example, these things that kind of gave me a sense of validation of who I was. At the end of the day, I still had control of that, because I would look at these things and I would see them as validation instead of looking at myself and giving that validation to myself to be those things or what I wanted to do. Now, I want to put a disclaimer out there because I love my friends to this day, and all of the other side influences I absolutely love them, and the memories that I have had with them, and how that's impacted me as a person today. Because I feel like without that, I wouldn't have been able to learn. I wouldn't have been able to find myself. That being said, I want to throw a little bonus idea out there, and it's just the fact that, everything starts from within, just like as I was saying with the Stoics. But as within, so without, or I think as without, so within. But when you look around in the world around you, you can really see parts of yourself. I feel like, at least in my life, just when I was saying all those things, like the reason I love my friends, because I can see myself in them. I don't know if that sounds like narcissistic, or I don't really know what the word is, just being completely self-absorbed. But it's like just the appreciation and love that comes from that, and knowing that I'm not so different. I'm trying to think of where I want to go with that, because I'm trying to close it out. Like I said, I am learning, and if you bear with me, we'll get through it. But it's just finding yourself in the things that surround you. Can actually benefit you and give you insight as to who you really are. Kind of like in a sense of projection. So like if I kind of happy or sad, well, we'll go with happy because we want to spread positivity. But if I'm a happy person, then most likely when I go out and I see other people, other animals just interact with the outer world, and I have that sense of happiness, I'm most likely gonna look at everything around me and see those things as happy or uplifting, which will in turn affect me in a positive way. Now, if we flip the script and go negative and just have that inner sense of negativity, even just in events that happen. For example, I was playing a video game and I just had a negative mindset. I'm probably just gonna think negative things about that game, in the sense of the game is made badly, the community is bad, and that might not even be the case, because it's all up here in how I'm doing it. We're gonna wrap things up here and take it back to the point of why it is important to find yourself first. Because without that sense of self, you never be able to find yourself in this world. Instead, you will be letting the world create you instead of being the creator with it. Thank you for bearing with me. I think might have been like a rough little ride there, because like I said, I'm still learning, and I think that's like the third time I said that. But all being said, I think that was a great second video, just for me to, like I said, break out of my comfort zone and just speak ideas, whether they were kind of jumbled up or whatever. Hopefully there were some points that anyone else could relate to. But even just personally saying these things out loud, like most people's thoughts, they just keep in their head. But actually being able to say these things out loud to a camera, or even if I was speaking to the damn wall, like, just to project that makes things a lot clearer just hearing it. And I'm working on my communication at the same time. See, it's a learning process. But, I'm happy that I'm able to do this. Anyways, that being said, thank y'all for watching.